Okay, the recording is started, so no more awful off-color jokes. You know who you are. And to recap, the party last week fought a necromancer and a bunch of animated zombies from Curratown. Curratown itself seems to be ruined. And they were joined in combat by a strange man, a tiefling man, very accurate with his pistol fire, danced into melee with his sword and fought on the side of the party. And then afterwards, that as they introduced themselves, he announced that he is employed by the Technic League. At which point, all of you wanted to roll initiative and kill him, but I paused the session.
Now we roll initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, now.
So now we find out if Harrison's cameo is a one session thing or more. And let's see. Let me find the map we were actually on.
I mean, we got
I'm
to
gonna shut off.
unpause from Tokala saying, "I'm going to kill you," right? I believe that's the last words that were uttered.
Yes, it was.
I think Tokala said, "I'm going to kill him now," or "I would like to kill him now."
I remember him going, "Rah!"
Oh, yeah.
Sounds right. Sounds right.
Oh, wasn't I big?
You might have been.
Yeah, I think I cast Righteous Might.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I
Is that
forgot.
round per level?
Yeah.
It's probably expired because the party had a lengthy conversation after combat.
Fair enough. So haste is off too.
Yeah, haste should be gone. The good news is that since round per level stuff has expired, that also means that Oldbrin has stopped punching himself in the face.
Yay.
Yeah.
I don't
What
know
are my
whether or not to be happy about this.
what are my fucking spells anymore, Toby? I don't remember.
You don't have any spells. You pretty much just throw fart grenades. Let's see.
I missed all day.
Masturbate furiously in the corner while the rest of the party fights.
Yes. You are a new archetype of sorcerer called the Jizz Master.
Oh, yeah.
Jizz Bender.
Yeah, it's a subclass of the Hydromancer.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not that kind of GM. Stop it. Okay. Josh, you have
It takes
prepared.
off after 15th level. Just wait.
Wow. 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 You are, because you spent most of this fight confused. The only spells you've spent are Mage Armor and gosh, that's about it. You did haste everybody, and then you punched yourself in the face a lot. So
Okay. What spells do I even have in general? I don't remember.
you are. Well, if we get into combat, remember you have a Ring of Wizardry is one of the last things you got a month or two ago. So you have like 14 magic missiles a day.
Okay.
Which is hilarious. Or if Tokala gets his way, 14 grease spells.
I mean, please.
All of them on Tokala.
Who doesn't like everybody, confused and greased up?
Yeah. Okay.
Now you're talking like a Jizzmancer.
Wow.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. And then you have Lightning Bolt, Haste, Slow, Invisibility, which I know you like to turn the rogue invisible. And then your usual stuff like Shocking Grasp, Magic Missile. You have Mage Armor up already, so you don't have to worry about that. You're pretty much full, but if it comes to murdering Harrison, I'll help you.
I have slow, don't I?
You do.
Okay, okay. I knew I had something that really kind of screw over people, but I couldn't remember what spell it was. And that was it, slow. So I was thinking.
Yeah. So, uh, I guess I'll just shut up and let the party resume after Hearsek said, "Why the Technic League, of course."
Hold up, Takala. Hold up. Let's not be a little too hasty here. Let's just wait a second here. And he turns back to Harris's character. You said you're just working for the Technic League, right? In other words, you just kind of hired out to him. You're not like a pin carrying member, right?
Yes, yes. This, as I said, I am a mercenary. I take money for to do things, and I am new here. So
Okay.
this Technic
He's-
League was the biggest game in town, you say?
Yeah, and not very good game. You know, they're the kinds of people who will pat you on the head, pay you some money to do stuff, and then when you're no longer useful, and he kind of twirls his dagger a few times suggestively.
My friend, I am from Cheliax. I am no stranger to brutal dictatorships. In fact, I thrive in them. See, when everybody is worried about what's up, you can sleep below, unnoticed.
Yeah, this is less brutal dictatorship and more a bunch of assholes who think anything isn't worth trying to do anything good for. So,
Oh, is this ethno nationalism? I am not. I do not subscribe.
More like wizard supremacists.
Ah, yes.
so for your own health, because Tokala here is only going to listen to me for so long. If you will renounce your ties to them, we're all good. Otherwise, I think he's going to be winding that thing up again, and more blood's going to get shed.
I'm not sure we should trust him anyway, given the way he just slinked in here, shooting from behind the corner, kind of cowardly anyway.
Well, no, you see, friends, this is what I want to explain to you. Why our paths meet here in this place. Because I was hiding here from the beast outside. I thought the undead would give me some sort of cover. This, though, was before I knew the bad magic man was here. You see, I was going to stay out of the fight. I was going to let whoever won. You see, I'll be honest with you, it's not too bad for Hearsek. If there are dead people here, and then my cover is not blown. But then I saw you guys fight, and I said, these are adventurers, and perhaps we could enter into a beautiful professional relationship. And then the bad magic man came, and if he is still here, you losing means more undead to worry about. So it's lose-lose for Hearsek. He always comes to your side. You see?
All right, so I'm
gonna sense a motive.
yeah, doing the same thing and rolled horribly. Holy hell!
Okay. 37 cents motive from Krokta.
Too many
8
words.
cents motive from Tokala. Tokala senses that someone needs a beating.
He's talking an awful lot. He doesn't want to die.
Do I roll anything here? Do I?
If, let's see, you may use a persuasion skill of whatever type you're good at. That could be bluff, diplomacy. I would recommend against taking the intimidate tack at the moment.
No, do it.
Listen,
We're all a bunch of cowards.
what what you're about to see on the screen may not correlate with reality, but this is my best persuasion skill.
We're not metagamers here, right, guys?
That's a 24 bluff, but yeah, we're not metagamers. So Harrison, you can just say it out loud. Are you speaking truthfully to these guys? Are you just trying to calm them?
No, yeah. All of this reasoning is factual.
Okay. Then I'll say to Croctaw that you can tell he is a smooth talker. You can tell he's very charismatic, but you also sense that he used the word mercenary and you tend to believe him, meaning you think he does have some sort of code. What he is professionally, a person who kills or captures or kidnaps for money, is might be distasteful to Croctaw, but this man at least is a man of his word.
Yeah, she'll just turn to the group. I believe him. He is not much more than a thug or a scumbag, but he's at least being honest to us at this time while it serves him.
So,
So
I was hoping
pull
to
chainsaw.
open this up into a discussion about entering into a professional relationship. Uh, I've been waiting for a group of adventurers such as yourselves because our our goals might be aligned and we might need to help each other. This place is very dangerous.
The problem is we wouldn't want to help you with anything that's helping the Technic League.
Hey, Takala,
There is.
remind me. Okay.
Oh no, go for it.
Sorry.
Speak.
Takala, remind me why do you hate the Technic League again so much? I seem to remember you having a very good reason to kill anyone associated with them.
Yes, I would like to know this too.
Those dirty dogs murdered my wife and son.
Oh,
And
that
I
is bad.
will burn them to the ground. I do not care if you're an acolyte, if you ate the crackers and drink the juice at their service.
If you're the janitor from the Technic League,
If you're the goddamn
I'll
janitor,
fucking chainsaw the receptionist.
I'm gonna lock the doors and burn you alive with the rest of them.
I must say, I just met you, but I've known Takala here for a couple of weeks, so I'll have to back him up.
I can respect this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last
It's
technic-
But
the la-
but sorry.
time to tie him up.
But surely you know. I mean, I have worked for bad men before. Bad people who do bad things. Money is a transient element that moves around the world through people like me. There is no morals in who or where it goes, just that it gets somewhere, and I take it.
So if someone were to pay you enough money, you would gladly turn your back and kill your tribe, or us, so to speak.
Well, hold on now. This is what I mean by professional relationship. We cannot harm each other in a professional relationship. And besides, who would have enough money to pay me to kill you? How many big enemies have you made?
It's less that, and again, it's along the lines of, personally, I understand about taking a job and and just worrying about the money. I get that. I got some cousins that are basically the same way. But the problem is, we don't want to support you supporting those people.
Yes. Hmm.
And any enemy we have made no longer lives.
No, this is good creed. I am worried, oh friends, because this expedition, if you are, as I presume, explorers, adventurers, and here to uh, find things of value, well, this is close to my mission, friends. And if we part ways here, and one of us is not dead, and we meet up again, and we are competition, I will have to kill you. And I do not want to kill you because you seem like a very nice guys.
Then don't compete. Turn your back on the Technic League. Join us.
Did he just threaten us?
It doesn't matter. This is just that kind of place, you know?
Yes. And we will need each other. They call this the scar of the spider, but this is how you say misnomer. This is the scar of fucking everything want to kill you. I have been here a month, and I have almost died more times than I'm comfortable telling you. So,
Oh, that's because you're a stranger. My family's been through here a dozen times in my life. It's difficult, but you just got to know where to go.
this may be true, and perhaps you could do well without me, but perhaps not.
Again, my biggest thing is you're working for the Technic League. And I don't care if your mission is just to bring them a roll of toilet paper. I can't support that.
Okay. Okay. Well, it seems as if we are at an impasse. If I continue my mission with you, or this cannot happen. If I continue my mission, you kill me. Um, if I leave my mission and go with you, what am I to do?
It'll ruin your professional relationship, right? You can't undermine that.
Well, there's also a decent chance that the technically may just plain decide to kill you after the fact, anyways. Clean up loose ends.
This is true, but not something that Hersek does not expect. This is par for the course in Cheliax, as they say. Do we have golf in this universe? I do not know.
You could travel with us. I mean, Chugs is an important part of this team, but he decided not to come along this time, so there's room.
Oh God.
Now the guy just kind of covers his eyes and shakes his head.
I'm not saying you're here to replace him, but
No, I would never dream this. These chugs sounds like big shoes to fill. I would not.
Yeah, he slings a mean beer, and he just kind of says that we're rolling his eyes.
One could say that his actions are almost robotic.
Well, okay.
He's so
okay.
efficient.
This, I think we are getting somewhere, but what happens if the Technic League somehow finds out that I have defected, and this leads them back to you? I assume with your hatred you have met this Technic League before, and you are not on good terms with them?
We've crossed paths with them a couple of times already. I don't know if we're known to anybody high up in the organization, but we've taken out a few of their little plans.
I don't know why I say this because it is against my mission. But I cannot help be a little concerned that if my presence brings them to you, that could be dangerous for you.
Takala would be happy. It'd be more of them to kill.
I like the attitude.
You keep saying your mission. Your mission is this. Your mission. What exactly is your mission other than making money?
Well, not much more really. Whatever anybody tells me. But this time, this is, well, it is a strange mission. I say I'm a mercenary, which usually implies killing. And for how bad you say this technically gig, I am surprised they did not ask me to kill someone. I am performing the role basically of a surveyor of this land to scout out future expeditions for the Technic League, to scout out things that might be valuable to them in the future, not to bring it back. just for the information.
They're always looking for tech.
Yes,
Probably
yes,
having you find places where there's concentrations of it, maybe caves with old stuff in it, that kind of thing.
yes, they did mention, um, they did mention to focus on tech.
Yeah, that's the other part that they're always after. Damn gearsmen of theirs and everything else.
I suppose we ourselves are a treasure trove of technology.
Are you going to include us on your report? Survey of the land?
Oh, I am not making a report. I am not one for journal keeping or writing in general. Really, I have a few basic cartography instruments, and I am just supposed to give them a basic idea of where places are that they could continue scouting. They do not trust me to do any of their fancy heck retrieval gadgetry, whatever. They just want to know that it's there before they spend the resources to go get it.
Makes sense sending someone expendable into a dangerous place.
Yes, and this perhaps to a less wise man might be an insult, but I know how dispensable I am to them. This is why Hirsik washes out for himself and is always looking for a more opportune moment, like when a savvy group of adventurers comes in and displays fighting skill I have not seen in a long time. This is good reason to reconsider.
Here's
Should we?
here's the future I can see for you. You join us, and not only do you have a good group of adventurers that will hold your back as long as you hold theirs, but also you have the chance to find and use tech you would normally not have the opportunity to use or find or understand. And
Oh.
also, you will have the chance to make lots of money, and you won't be as expendable or treated as expendable as the technology league will view you as currently.
Hirsik looks down for a second, and then looks up and claps his hands together, and he's like, "You know, that's great. I mean, yes, it sounds like we have come to a conclusion in our negotiation. I love when these things end without bloodshed, as it happens so rarely."
So, could you spell out for me, just to be clear here, what are you agreeing to?
I will come with you. I will take part in some of your adventures and reap some of the gain to recuperate my losses for the technically contract, which I am about to say I am willing to give up. And in exchange, all of those things you said.
Well,
Kragta tells the group, well, I think he's legitimate. Don't think that he's lying. What do you guys think?
I think we can always kill him later if we feel like it.
He was pretty sneaky there, though. He can take us out from quite the distance if he wanted to, and then run.
More sneaky than Nomcath? I don't think so.
Better range than Nomcath, at least.
But not better than McGinnis. We've got all the bases covered.
I think it might be better than McGinnis, too.
You'll never convince me that my group isn't the best.
by the way,
I love your attitude. Can I say that again? I love your guys' attitude. It's good. It's winning. It's very winning.
Namkath did say that out loud in that language, so
I cannot understand it.
Stop speaking gibberish, Catman.
Yeah, language is spoken that Croctaw and Hirsek do not speak. Actually, Croctaw, you should speak it. Do you not?
Is it?
I'll do that one. I'll do that one to assure Takala.
Is that Halit? I speak Halit. I don't know why it's not coming through for me.
No, all I know is the Kasatha and Common, so and Druidic or whatever, Sylvan.
Oh, your character might have picked up some Androphan, but yeah,
I figured if she was in captivity and then
Maybe not, yeah.
stasis, didn't have too much time to learn it.
yeah, maybe something's funny with Polyglot. Yeah, Takala, you should understand Hallett.
Yeah, I can see that one now.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
I started with the first one because I figured several of us knew it, and I was thinking, alien guy would know alien language, so or alien girl, I should say.
Nomcath, give me a survival check. Takala, I guess we'll do knowledge religion for you. You'll need to roll well, which you usually do not.
Yeah, that's pretty good for him.
It's about what I figured.
He broke double digits.
Single point in that, by the way.
Yep,
Harrison.
I know.
Just for the
Takala,
right to roll.
Takala, the Technic League operatives you've seen, he almost looks like him, but he doesn't have the equipment that they have. You don't see a spell book. He's wearing armor they usually would not want to wear and carrying heavier gear. Like, he almost looks like he could be in the Technic League, but not. Nomcath, you're looking at him and you're like, this is not a spellcaster. And everyone who's actually in the Technic League, like everybody who's anybody in the Technic League is a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Like, the reason they hire this guy is because he's good at whatever he does. Tracking people, you think probably bounty hunter / assassin.
Yeah.
You're not sure you buy the whole Indiana Jones, I'm just out here to survey and look for artifacts shit. He looks like a bounty hunter to you.
Yeah.
But
Well,
he does not look like a Technic League wizard or magus to you, and you've seen enough of him.
Yep.
But we did believe, right, that is the Technic League mission they sent him on, right? That he wasn't lying about that.
Croctaw's got a real sense of anxiety and nervousness from him, but also he's being stared down by 6 dangerous people. But yeah, like I said, Croctaw, you do also have the sense that he means what he says and he'll keep his word. You get the sense of an honorable person if, in your opinion, misguided.
Well, I think we've come to a reasonable deal. Basically, he trades one job for another.
I think
Just
we need to
keep
do
him in our sight.
Takala apparently wants to perform a cavity search.
I said that in Halit.
Crocodile will summon some vines to start holding him down.
Uh-oh.
Takala.
Uh-oh.
I need to be sure there's no pin.
I knew this box of strange gloves I found would be useful.
Oh,
Snap.
no. I don't remember putting those in the game.
They were in the medical bay.
Oh,
Submit
God.
a white aura starts to glow around our Jizomancer.
Oh,
Tie him down.
we're gonna need that grease smell after all.
Nomcath, where'd you get that shoulder-length rubber glove? Out of the veterinary kit?
Don't worry, I've got small hands.
GM note to self, create
With
shoulder-length
claws.
rubber glove.
Small hands ending in sharp claws.
Mm.
We are in rare form tonight.
Time for your colonoscopy. Takala, put on the VR helmet. You're going in.
Jeez.
Just think, someday soon, VR colonoscopy.
You gotta make that That side quest. No, I fully expect one of our future sessions, Toby. You got to have like a whole colonoscopy dungeon.
Don't think I won't. Don't think I won't do it. I will get some actual imagery of innards.
Too far.
Yep. That's what
yeah,
the patient
he's
said.
the one who went too far.
He always does.
Yep.
I will want to pat you down, though. Just to be sure not hiding one of those pins.
What? A pin? Like for sewing?
Where do they normally keep them? Where have we seen them on people?
Lots of
They
places they hide them.
yeah, they hide them. In their cities, they wear them like badges, like on their belts or on their chest, or on
Like-
chains around their necks. But when they're abroad, they hide them.
Like, grabs his lapels and like pulls open his sort of cloak and in an offering kind of just like, come friend, I have nothing to hide.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like pat him down, check to make sure that it's like not slipped into a boot or something like that. You know, the general pat down kind of deal.
Nope. You can roll a perception check. Ooh.
He's clean.
Wow.
This reminds me of the last time I was in a Fudrian bathhouse. It was only slightly stranger than this.
What's a bathhouse?
It's like a sex den with decorum. I'll take you sometime.
Oh,
A house for baths? This sounds like torture to me.
yeah. I mean, just use a stream like everybody else.
Didn't we like vehemently avoid the room with the bathtub in it?
Yes, we did.
I even put
Friend,
some nice
friend.
soothing sound effects in there. Like there was bubble bath. It smelled like lavender. You guys just
Friend,
went. That is
you
the most
always-
dangerous room in the tower. We will never go in there.
I think Eldrin was the
Worse.
only one to do anything in there, yeah.
Yeah, Eldrin was my guy for going into rooms that nobody else would go in.
Yeah, I think Eldrin went in and put his feet in it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I just want to say you guys have nothing to worry. You always leave the bathhouse dirtier than you came.
Wow.
Oh,
So you know it's a good
uh,
bathhouse. All right.
We had a similar thing in my tribe. I often went with my cousins.
Man,
Hashtag
fun.
hashtag
Well,
not that
I'm no
kind of
man.
GM.
I know you can't tell in my bird form, but I'm no man, son.
Huh? Oh, bird. Bird then.
No, no, no. I'm a woman.
Oh.
And she'll shapeshift out, and you'll see like a giant phallic forehead in your face as she comes up.
I am confused, but not dissuaded.
yeah. I have to admit, she's the weird, kind of most unusual person we've come across so far. I mean, Eldrin looks
Yeah.
creepy, but she's the most unusual.
I want to ask, as a surveyor of this land, actually. Sorry, what was your name? I forgot.
Hirsek.
Hirsick. Have you seen anyone that looks like me? So I don't have it on the token right now, but Kasatha with 4 arms. She's asking if you've run into anyone in these areas that looks like that.
No, I have been far and wide from my home in Cheliax, and this is true. You mention it. I do not think I have seen another of your like in my travels.
Okay. Not surprised, but figured I would give it a shot. Thanks.
Are you searching for others like yourself?
Yeah, but don't think there are any. But I am searching, so keep an
Hmm.
eye out, I guess, for 4-armed people.
A bit of a Tigger movie situation. Do they have Tigger in this? I need a Tigger.
In Galarian, yes. Tigger's very.
I don't know that Tigger and Pooh are canon to this world.
In Kasatha, we
Never
often
mind, my
talk
brain
to
explodes.
Tigger.
The
Oh,
fourth wall comes down and smashes me into oblivion.
now that we gotten this taken care of, we should go ahead and head back to what we were originally doing, and that was checking out that tower. Maybe we can figure out some idea where the survivors went.
Sorry, which
One
tower?
last question. Sorry, before we go, here's sick. How much was it technically paying you for this mission?
Oh. Oh. Well, it was sort of a half now, half later kind of thing, but what I got was 30. What I got was like 500 credits? Gold? Credits? What do we use in this?
It's gold.
kind of
You
technical
check your messages before you make up some space bullshit.
You should have just said like a shitload of gold.
Yes.
5 million,
They
5
pay-
billion.
was-
$1 million.
It was a small fiefdom. No,
It's a small loan of 1 million credits.
Unfortunately, credits are meaningless, so
But yes, they promised about 2,000 gold upon completion of my mission, and they gave me a nice a kicker of like about 300 credits to get started.
Crocodile will turn to the group, and I'm not too familiar with currency in these lands, really, but does that sound like something that our group would be able to?
Well, let's see what we find and such first. I mean, he's already agreed to taking a share, so
Right. I just hope it's more than what he's getting with that. Don't want him
We-
to.
Tokala says we pay each other in glowing rocks in Numerio.
radioactive material. Yeah.
Checks out.
Just saying, because I've never seen that much these gold pieces personally.
My weapon here costs far more
You-
than that.
Yeah, you have been killing the wrong people. That's it.
no, trust me. When we did that shopping spree in Nexus afterwards, you definitely saw that kind of level of money. We had a crap ton of coinage around for a while.
Oh, yeah, true. You guys spend it on me. I guess I didn't have any, but you guys,
That's
I
right.
would have seen you spend it.
Thousands.
You watch them dump thousands of gold into the sorcerer's wedding gown, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the wedding gown is self-cleaning. So every day when everybody else gets covered in travel dirt and filth and mud, his wedding gown
$1,000.
is shining fucking white.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised we didn't get him a cane and like a top hat to go with it. You know what I mean?
You should. I mean, he
Big-
looks
big
like he's
pimpin'.
he looks like he's going to a wedding in Dubai. He looks way overdressed for anything any of you have ever seen.
You know, I was in a coma, so I think I just.
Oh, you're not gonna play that card.
I'm not gonna play that card. I was the one in the coma.
Oh
Play that
my
card
god.
for my life.
No, no, no. I told you your character in Carrion Crown is already bullshit. That's all you get.
You've activated the crap card. Coma.
He used to use blind, but that wore off real quick.
Yeah.
Now we just
Nah.
make jokes about it.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
had
think
to upstage myself.
I think that credit wore out when you slapped John Beck across the face on stage and he started screaming, "You're not blind, you're not blind."
That's one of my fondest memories. I love that one.
Was he serious or was he joking? Say you're not blind.
Oh, John
God is
is
such a dick. He doesn't care.
John and Josh are like brothers in the sense that they could they could erupt into a fist fight at any moment. And I have to stand between them when we perform on stage. Otherwise, they will get into it.
He really does. Yeah. Yeah.
John will antagonize him. John waits at the when John sees Josh coming far away, he'll like wait at the top of a staircase and hold his breath. And as Josh crests the top step, John will grab him and scream, "Hey, Josh!"
He did that a lot in college. Loved
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was John's favorite thing he could do to me in college.
Pure
Was
evil.
that exact thing. Yep.
Pure evil. So the party's not going to kill Harrison. Harrison, your cameo must continue.
Oh. And this is just another day in the life of Hirsik.
Now it's just a Hearsick campaign.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Actually, we need to
Iron
s-
Hearsick.
Whole title card comes up and a whole new intro plays. It's like
Yeah,
a
just-
Hirsik John.
Iron Hearsick.
Yeah.
First I let the android live. Now I let the horned man live. I'm going soft.
You're good, McGinnis. Thanks for being here, buddy. You do what you got to do. Okay. So here's like you have a token on the map now. Oh, you guys. I assume at some point you want to loot the sorcerer man you killed.
Yep. And I was
Yeah.
gonna
That was
check out that place he was living in to see if there was anything in there.
Okay.
Yeah, what about that locked part of the compound? Did we ever check that out?
No, we just got into the compound. We
You're
haven't
right.
even
Let's
really
go
checked
back.
Anything.
You are correct. Let's go back. I'm going to turn off ambient sounds. Nomcath had a good idea since Josh's sound situation is bad tonight. We'll shut off the ambience. And let's see what this guy had. I'm going to make a loot bucket for him. And give me a perception check, whatever person or persons are searching him. Two of you can do it.
Well, I'm searching the what apparently was the quarters he came out of.
Okay.
I'll search the body, I guess.
Just a heads up, if I go AFK for a while, it's because the nurse is doing something or the tech is doing something.
You mean the nurse whose phone number you're trying to get?
No, she's not. She's not working, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
You haven't seen her in a couple days.
All right. Well,
I did have a sweet Filipino nurse last night.
oh, that's not bad.
I'm trying to get her number too.
Okay. Yeah. No reason you can't have the phone stores more than one number.
Oh yeah, it does.
All right. So let's see. Put you back in Croctaw form. Yes, sir, I can. Since that mod is being picky about permissions. Let's see. Nomcath, very good search check. Ulfred, good search check. Looks like this necromancer man, putting it in this wooden chest that's by Olbrin, had a ring of prot +2, amulet of natural armor +2, cloak of res +2, and he was carrying 2 batteries, a flashlight, and a lighter. You don't see anywhere around here his spell book, but he doesn't have a holy symbol. So, Ulfred, you don't think he's a cleric. There's a couple different ways to be an effective necromancer. Clerics one way, wizards another, sorcerers possible. And you're not sure what the heck he was.
Yep, I don't have the Arcana yet. But roll it anyway.
Do I have Arcana?
You do. Let's trigger that for you. Knowledge, Arcana. Oberon, you were confused for much of the fight, but based on the other spells he cast, you think he was some kind of arcane caster, probably wizard or sorcerer, but he had exceptional command of the undead, which leads you to believe he was some sort of specialist in that.
So we think he's a necromancer, but not sure if he
Yes.
was a sorcerer or wizard yet.
Sorcerer's trash necromancer, fight me.
That is generally true. You think, Olbrin, that he might be a specific, very specialized person trained in the controlling of undead. Uh, that the Drow know as the agent of the grave. That door actually doesn't need to be there.
I was wondering,
Oh.
it's like a secret tunnel or something.
It's meant on this map. It's meant to be like an entrance into a tunnel into the ground, but
Uh,
that tunnel's actually collapsed for our purposes.
Does anyone need an amulet of natural armor? Because I have a +1 one. I was thinking about taking the +2.
I've already got a +2.
Me too.
I'm not sure what I got. Yeah, I don't sure what I got. Me.
yeah, I got a +1.
Olbrin, you have a ring of Prot 2. You don't have an amulet of natural armor at all.
All right, I could take the +2 and give Olbrin my old one.
Sure.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
Yo.
You can send him a give item request. I think I can approve it.
Anything interest in this room?
Let me see where you are.
This is where the sorcerer, the spellcaster came out of, so I thought it was like was his quarters.
Roll me a survival check in there. You're my tracker anyway. All right. Yeah, Olbrin, you now have an amulet of natural armor.
Horrible.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Nomcath, you are looking at. This wasn't his house. 3 people lived here. Most of their stuff is still here. It looks like he moved in and maybe has slept in 2 or maybe all 3 of the beds in the last couple nights. Looks like he's been here for several days. In fact, you're tracking around the facility leads you to believe. Oh, hang on a second. This is doing some weird stuff. There we go. You're tracking around this whole place suggests to you that the major event where everyone was taken or killed happened 5 to 6 days ago. And this necromancer guy came in after and just started raising corpses, putting together an undead army for unknown purposes. He's only been here a couple days.
Opportunist.
Yep.
All right. But I don't see a pack in here of his or any of his material goods that
Nope.
might give in. Okay.
Nope.
He was sleeping here, but I don't know where his main camp was.
The largest building is to the south of here. I'm not sure if it'd be worth checking out. Maybe give us a hint as to what happened here.
Is Crocodile good at survival?
I think pretty decent.
You should
And
roll
yeah,
it
she was just
since you
checking
went.
out that area.
Yeah, tell me your survival check, and we'll talk about that area.
Eh.
The southern building is the main keep, and there was an organized defense put on. The wall was breached in several locations by a gigantic battering ram of some type. There are spiky footprints of the giant insectoid creature everywhere, and it looks like people tried to mount some sort of organized defense here. In fact, it's difficult to distinguish because there's no difference in the tracks. You could take a man like Tokala, you could take another man the exact same height as Tokala and with exactly the same shoe size, and the 2 men would not necessarily leave identical tracks. You could discern between them because everyone walks a little different, has a different stride, and carries themselves differently. But you weren't sure of it until Croctaw and you both crawled over this whole place, but you think there were 2 giant insects here.
And when I was in that building looking around, I would have kind of just yelled, like, anyone there? Like, see if anyone was hidden up in the top.
This place, a fire burned out part of it, but it has the same look of everywhere else. Like people were living here, living out their lives. Then this attack happened, and there were no survivors. Everyone was either kidnapped or killed. You can see fires that just burned out over time. You can see spills that were never cleaned up or addressed. The whole place just looks like everyone got up and left.
Man, alright, this relates to the group. I explored down south a bit at the big building, but more of the same as what we've seen up here. Just that giant tracks that we've seen elsewhere in the region, breaking down the walls. Everyone fled after holding up for a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh. Here, Sick, have you seen this creature in person that left all these deep gashes in the terrain? We've only seen the markings.
Give me one moment to remember.
Yeah, no problem.
While that's going on, does anybody need ring protection +2? Because it would be an upgrade for me.
Nope.
I got +2 already.
All right. I will take that.
Yeah, you can take it. I have +1, but it's fine.
Tend to be a little bit more in the melee than you.
Yeah, shut up, new guy.
Oh man, now I'm gonna solely do melee for the rest of this campaign. I mean, I got that Ring of Force shield anyway, which is pretty sweet.
Okay.
If you were Eldrin, we might listen, but
I
Wow.
know, I miss it, man. I kind of miss this.
You miss being the
being
authority
Eldrin
on
and
everything.
being likable, you know? No, just kidding.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
miss
about
like
that.
being able to talk about the tech stuff. Yeah, I know that's true. But yeah, I miss like having the tech angle.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, I choose this place for two reasons. One, it is filled with undead. This is a bonus to me. Two, it is out in the open. These are usually two very bad places to hide. But in this place, it is full of nature. The very ground wants us dead. And undead are unnatural. Nature rebukes them. So I thought I could shield myself with that. Also, pretty much everything in here that wants to kill you hides in a cave. Like, every cave is full of fuck. So, I cannot be sure that these markings were left by the giant spiders in the scar of the spiders or not. But if I was a betting man, I would bet on it.
But have you seen these giant spiders?
Just enough to run.
Mm.
But since I was here, I do not know if I got lucky or if my plan worked. No spiders.
I think it's more that they knew there's nothing left here. They attacked this place for a reason, and it's there's no reason for them to be here anymore.
Okay. Any other investigations in Curratown?
Somebody needs to grab that cloak so we can sell
Yeah.
it later.
I'll just pick it up.
I say,
Pack mule, go.
we find a home for the Ring of Pride and the cloak.
Yeah. You now have Ulfred's old amulet, Josh, and I think Nomcath took the ring.
Yeah, I took the ring +2.
Okay. Good.
If somebody needs a ring +1, I've got one.
Oberyn's got ring +2.
Okay. Good.
You're already better.
I will take the lighter as a souvenir of our blossoming friendship.
It's actually pretty useful. I mean, you don't have to try and do the flint and steel to light things.
Yes.
Does
And
what's his name, horn guy?
Han, fire is in my blood. I just like it, you know?
Perhaps one day I will get to see your blood.
That is a very cool trick. You have to teach me that sometime.
Yeah, Crocta just ignites a piece of grass, points at it, and ignites it for a second while they're talking about it.
Well, not everybody has access to magic, Krata. Like I said, I tried and I about singed my whiskers off.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I can do this. Shh. I send you a message that says, "Hello, I am speaking in your head."
Huh. Do druids get message? I'm trying to see if I can do it back.
The spell comes with a receive free.
Oh, okay.
You may reply to this
That's
message.
And so, interesting. What do you see? She misunderstands it. Thinks that you're like actually in her head.
I knew I was going to like you.
Alright, well, I don't think there's anything really more we could find here unless we want to try and like loot the whole place, which I don't know, thinks that might be a little bit too far. You know, there were the tracks of the people who got away. Do we want to try and track them down? You know, maybe see what's going on?
See if we can help somehow.
Yeah.
Roll me a
Maybe.
survival to look for those.
Direct them towards the Lone Star Inn. I hear they could use some new bodyguards.
I wonder what happened to the old ones.
It's a true mystery.
Yeah. We may never know
Never.
what became of those frost giants that the inn was allied with.
You mean hill giants?
Yeah, hill giants. Yeah.
Yeah. Frost giants, I don't think we would have done that too.
Okay. Searching around the perimeter, you are kind of shocked. There are several cases where someone got outside the wall. Very often, what you think is a barefoot civilian type person, either a smaller male or female or child, and they ran off into the grass, into the woods around the fortress, and there are just enough spiky giant bug footprints around them to indicate that they got scooped up. These
Looks
things
like
crashed through the wall, destroyed, killed most of the defenders, and ripped open just cracked open the buildings like walnuts. And anybody who ran got sprinted down. These things can obviously move at incredible speed.
looks like nobody got away. That's too bad. Then I mean, if that's the case, I mean, there's no bodies out here. There's not enough blood spatters to indicate that they killed everything. Not especially not out here. They captured some of these. I mean, that's kind of the impression I got of the camp we saw too, that they were capturing as much as killing.
Some of them are. Do we see any burn marks into the ground like we saw at the camp?
Here,
Or
fewer.
someone's head was cut open, right?
That person appeared to be torn in half. It looks like they actually got caught. To your recollection, you believe they got caught underfoot, like one of these things just walked past, and the act of one of its gigantic insectoid legs passing near them cut them in half.
Uh,
And they left that body. It's the only body they did leave.
Well, they left half the body.
Right.
I mean, I kind of had suggested it before. I mean, maybe we need to track these things and see what the heck's going on. Crazy, but I feel like these things are harvesting people.
They're doing something nefarious. That's for damn sure.
I wouldn't mind destroying them if we had the chance. They seem like a blight on this land.
I'm not sure if we have the strength to destroy them. we'd have to get a better look at them and kind of trying to judge things. I mean, they took out that group of mercenaries before with what looked like barely any sort of fight.
Well, they
But
don't
at
have
least-
God Killer with them.
Yes.
True. But at the very least, maybe we can find them, see what's going on, sabotage something. If we don't do it if we don't confront them directly.
We can at least scout out and see what we're up against.
Welcome back,
Yeah.
McGinnis. If you're talking, we
like-
don't hear you.
I like this plan. I think we fare a good chance against the spiders. We are better than any pack of mercenaries that came before. What we did to that bad magic man, that was a dance. You guys are, like I said, the best I have seen in a long time. That is why Hirsek sticks with you. Because Hirsek only sticks with the best. That is why he is often alone.
Hirsek didn't see these spider creatures at all.
I have seen them, just not here. They hide in caves, further into the sky. These people that all died could not run as fast as Hirsek.
Okay, let's go find these caves, I guess.
Yeah, if you can point us towards those caves, then we can, between what you know and we can see.
I can always scout it from above before we actually go into the cave. Oh, I guess I can't see the cave from above, but the
Well,
entrance
you can
at
definitely you
least.
can still scout the path there. I mean, you scouting
Yeah.
ahead like that is very useful. You see a lot further than we can down here.
Yes, this is true.
Okay.
So, shall we?
I believe so.
Hmm.
Now we head off of this map.
Okay.
Got my eye on you, new guy.
The adventures of Hirsek begin again. The title card plays again, except it's just me like walking into all the shots that you guys like your intros, but it just says my name a bunch of times. It's great.
For some reason, he's carrying all of our equipment.
Hmm. He's holding the
Shots just get
chainsaw
progressive.
upside down. He just shrugs into the camera and laughs.
Shots get progressively longer and more uncomfortable as they just zoom
Too
into my
many
face, smiling.
cooks. There's too many cooks. Someone in the party, I think, has a map of the Scar of the Spider.
Nomcats,
We
right?
have. I've got the Cassandalese. Was it Cassandalese pad or?
Yes.
Yeah, Cassandalese data pad.
That has a map in it.
To a point, yeah.
Oh, it has an
Oh, I have the
Emeria map.
Sorry, I've got
Yep.
it. Map Scarf the Spider.
Ah, yeah. There we go. Croctai has the
I
actual
did
map.
that. I guess I have like geography skills as a druid. Maybe that's why I took it.
Maybe you took it because you're a nerd.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. I was in
Whoa.
Eldrin form.
Whoa.
Actually, that makes me think here. Trying to line this up now.
This is the map that Croctaw carries.
Yeah.
For Josh, the Scar of the Spider is a river valley, kind of up in its own little mountain range. The primary mountain range is way to the west, and just terrain-wise, it's very difficult. You really have a tough over mountain journey to get into the Scar, except from the southeast, which is where the river flows out of it, and down into Brevoy and the Kingmaker campaign. And so if you come the direction you guys are coming, you can just walk into the valley, and you have mountains on either side, and it curves around northeast. It's much wider than it is tall on a map, and in the center is basically a giant lake that all the creeks and little small rivers from the mountains feed into before it leaves the valley.
And where on the map are we right now?
I will show you because we have our own screen for this, because of course we do.
I don't have vision to the whole screen.
You shouldn't, because you
Oh.
haven't gone anywhere yet. Ha ha ha.
But I have a map.
Yep, you have the map. Let's see. I actually want you guys to be able to see a little farther on this, so I'm going to adjust the size. Go.
I just now noticed this.
Yeah.
On Cassandali's datapad.
Yeah.
There's the 4 X's, and I just correlated 2 of them with the Smoking Tower and Yadenve.
Is one of them the Scar?
No, I don't think so, unless that's the northern one they have on here.
Somebody roll me knowledge engineering on the map he's looking at on that data pad.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, guys. I got this.
Takala says reading maps is still reading, so I guess that means he's not participating.
Oh,
Can I do geography?
Yeah. Nomcath, these pings, this data pad, you're not sure how to make sense of this. This data pad has the ability to check its location in relation to 2 things that you don't understand. Oh, we've got a lot of background noise from McGinnis.
he's doing tax stuff.
Sounds like he's doing
It
tax
sounded
stuff.
like paper.
Sounds like somebody just got the shit audit out of him. That just mega audit.
I was wondering that was.
Hell yeah. So Nomcath, this thing has the ability to verify its exact location in a very precise way. You know, you and Tokala have done this in Numeria your whole lives. You recognize that mountain, that hill, that cliff, this river. This thing knows exactly where it is, how high it is, north, south. It's very precise, and it compares its location to something called Planet Core and Deep Space Observer. And it uses those 2 points to figure out its exact location. And these 4 pings on this map you're looking at are, as near as you can tell, the Choking Tower, Yadenve, the city of Silvermount, or the mountain of Silvermount, which is by Starfall, and the Scar of the Spider. So if you're reading this right, those 4 places are places this tablet has been.
Okay.
And if you
And my
scroll down,
guess
you can
is-
see its geolocation check-ins. It has a date stamp too.
Yeah. And my guess is that mark at the Scar of the Spider is at the far end of the valley.
It is.
Like
Far western end.
Yeah. Okay, so this will help us figure out where we need to go. We can figure out how exactly where we need to go on this map. We got to go, and he kind of points on the Proctor's map. I think it's whatever it is. It's right here.
You said that there were dates on there.
Yeah.
How
like,
long ago? What's the date on it? How long ago?
It looks like a very long time. I mean, I'm just kind of guessing here, because there's 3 parts to these dates, but and so I'm guessing one's a month, one's a day, and the bigger one might be the year. But it's just so big numbers, so really big. And well, I mean, I figured I mean, Galarian calendar is what, maybe 2,000 maximum, or a thousand or so in terms of when they do dates, right?
No, in Absalom, they know it is 4714 right now.
Okay, I misunderstood. Okay, so I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so apparently the tablet was at the Choking Tower about checked in there about 7 years ago, and then they were in Yanvei 400 years ago? 500 almost? And same with the way over here in the Scar of the Spider, like almost 500 years ago. Long time ago.
So it belonged to the android that we found.
Yeah, this is the one we found with the stuff that was taken from her.
So I wonder what she was looking for with all that traveling. You don't just go to these places for no reason.
No,
Other
I think it's
androids?
yeah. She was an android.
I said other androids, maybe?
I don't know,
Possibly.
but if I'm okay, well, there's a little discrepancy here, Toby.
Hmm.
The typed timestamps,
Yeah.
except for the choking tower, are all 4220.
Yeah, I think I have an
But
extra dot in there somewhere.
but on the no, I'm saying on the actual map itself, Scar of the
Oh,
Spider is 4704.
okay. Yeah, I probably
So
just typoed.
okay, so it should be the 22 the 42s.
Uh, correct. Yeah, she
Okay.
was in Scar. The text is correct. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah, so if I'm reading this right, she started off, this thing started off in Silvermount, and then almost a year later, she was in Scar of the Spider, and then almost a year after that is when she ended up in, or this tablet ended up in Yanvei, and then from there it's like, oh no, no, oh that she was in, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because that's where she fell. She fell in those caves underneath Yodenvey, and then stupid undead sorcerer wizard guy found her and took her to his tower. So that makes more sense.
Stupid
So
wizard.
remember from the story we were told she was escaping. So maybe she went west to escape and hide, and then couldn't hide and went east.
Who who is this lady you are trying to find?
Well, we found her, or what was left of her.
Oh,
Where she
blood and guts.
no, well, sort of, kind of android. So they kind of do and kind of don't. It's weird.
Oh, oh, there are those here.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them around. There was one that was part of this group, and when I first started joining in, and then she
No,
had to go.
here in the scar, there are. I met a few of them. They seem a little out of sorts, you say. They seem to not like technology all that much, from what I could gather, which is confused me. It's like if I hated fire, it would be uh,
Yeah,
obtuse to my
well,
very being.
They
that
could be followers of her name's Cassandra, right?
yeah.
Correct.
They could be followers of Cassandra. I've seen visions, heinous murders of androids at the hands of the robot scum. It would
Now,
make sense to me that they would carry that hatred if they're indeed her followers.
Sound like wise people to me.
Wow.
Oh,
We should find them.
yeah. We
now,
can.
mm, I just want because I'm going to get tripped up by some pronouns because I am new here. Who is this Kiss Cassandra lady? You say?
Cassandra Lee, it's a long story. We're following a breadcrumb trail, and that was just one point on it.
I understand. As is the way of adventures.
Oh yeah,
Right.
we fucked up her brother pretty bad.
Nomcath does shoot Oberon a little bit of a warning look, like don't go too far into that.
I couldn't hear Owen. Did he say she fucked her brother?
Whoa.
No, we
Whoa.
O-
Not
okay,
that
okay,
kind of sci-fi.
Alabama.
Alabama,
No.
nothing. That's some Star Wars shit right there.
no, I heard him. He said we fucked up her brother. So
Okay.
Not
makes more
we
sense.
fucked her brother. Very big grammatical difference.
Oh, I thought he said she.
It's very important to get that
I-
straight.
I am not in with the in jokes of the sibling fucking yet, but don't. I'm fast learning. I will be part of this team.
I mean, these do seem like country folk to you here, Sec, and you're kind of a city kid, so maybe that's just how things are done
Yeah.
out here.
You have to wonder how much of this is joking and how much of it's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the orc almost barbarian, the cat folk nomad.
Tribal alien. I mean,
Creature
Brock does-
comforts are not something that's known to us.
Yeah. So far, this bunch seems to you here, Sick, like a bunch of goat farmers who are real good at violence.
Real good though. Real
Can't be
good.
worse than a Varisian bathhouse. So
All right, so we're here. Let's at least check out these caves. They got to be nearby. Like I said, I don't know if we're good enough to take on these spiders yet, but at the very least, maybe we can disrupt what they're doing. Heck, you know, we've still got some explosive left. We can maybe blow up the cave and bury them.
Harrison, I didn't get all of your characters. What are you, archer? What do you do?
what? Do, what?
He shoots
uh,
stuff.
What do I do? What is my purpose in the story, or what do I like? How do I fight?
Both.
I fight with sword and pistol. It's newfangled pistol. I don't understand it. This is something I want to learn when I am with you guys. How this newfangled technology works.
he seems to have some type of magic too, right? Since he used that message.
Oh yeah, I know little. You know, the tricks, and I've seen the prestidigitation and all. I know a few roguish things, but nothing fancy.
Mm.
Okay, so sword and pistol is what you do. Okay. Cool.
Player, in a metagame sense.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we can find.
This point in the valley is a point that only Hirasek has been through before. Namkath and Takala, your people have been past here 1,000 times, and there was no reason to go up in the valley. It was rumored to be very wild, very dangerous, and there were no settlements, no one to trade with, nowhere really safe to camp, and it was just known to be kind of a place you want to avoid. No beets? No beer. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, no beer.
Just gonna say, I thought you were going on some Dwight Schrute beet farm tangent or some shit. I didn't know.
This is about to take a turn, guys.
Oh, yeah, well, if Schrute Farms was gonna be anywhere in Galarian, it'd probably be in this valley. It is a weird and scary place. But it's a beautiful valley. It is it's the primary backdrop for our campaign here. And it is, when you guys approach it at the end of the day, you are taken aback a little bit. Those of you who've never really pushed this far up into this land or traveled abroad, for McGinnis, it's been a couple years since he's seen this much foliage, rolling hills and grass, thick forests on either side of the valley and on either side of the river in the valley. huge pillars of rock and cliffs, mountains going up on either side. It is a truly picturesque spot and does not fit with the rest of Numeria, which is very dry, very arid at best. Even southern Numeria is really more like a prairie than anything. And so this environment looks and feels different. And there's a drizzle of rain as you approach. Tokala and Namkath, all of you central Numerian dwellers feel stifled, especially Ulfred too. You would feel this too. The humidity is different enough that you feel sweaty and kind of itchy and uncomfortable, and like the air, like you're swimming through the air. It's a very different kind of feeling from where you've been before.
This place is bollocks, I tell you.
Ugh. My fur feels matted.
It's full of life, though.
Life that want to kill you.
Well,
Oh, that's
maybe if
Numeria
we
for you.
do we see the river from where we're at?
You are headed towards it. You're going to come at it from the north side, which is the right side, and then we will pick your way up into the valley.
I
Uh,
was thinking,
we're still
maybe it
using
makes sense.
Krokta as scout.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to use Krokta's token to indicate party location.
I mean, it'd be foolish to not take advantage of his flying.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know about for everyone else, but the map is dark for me.
Let's see.
Well, I can see the circle.
Josh.
The majority of it's dark, but there's a circle around us. So
Yeah.
that general.
Visibility circle.
Yeah.
I haven't got to make one of those jokes for like.
Yeah.
6
Welcome
weeks
back.
now.
You're officially back, jackass. Welcome. Yeah, the map is dark.
What do your elf eyes see, Oberyn?
Jack shit. An elf I see. A nurse's phone number. Focus, Josh. Focus.
I'm trying. buddy.
Okay. Don't pee on anybody.
Gotta really milk that sympathy.
Yeah.
Play the coma card in the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the right way.
Yep. I'm gonna get her expectations way down so she can come see one of our shows and pretend to be impressed.
Oh, she's seen me naked, so her expectations.
Excellent. You can't get any lower than that.
Yeah.
Disappointment maximized.
Yeah, they're pretty terrible right now.
11 out of 10 sads. Nowhere to go but up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Kasath also very desert, very dry sort of planet. This is going to feel like a jungle. It's really just sort of a temperate forest like Colorado or something, but to you guys it feels like the jungle.
It's the goddamn tropics in here.
Oh,
Do we want to use the raft and go up the river? I can still scout ahead and stuff, but we could raft it.
the raft. You dare use the raft?
Which direction does the water flow?
It flows
Krokta
this way,
can-
but the raft actually has a little motor you can put on the back of it.
Awesome.
Mark, we're gonna have to. There's a motor.
Oh yeah, riverboat.
Yeah, and if we set up some type of sail type thing on the raft, I am like an air druid, so I
Well,
can.
I mean, right now, given the terrain and everything, what would be faster? Just walking? Is the train clear enough to walk, or would it be faster to go on the raft with the little motor? I mean, we got a bunch of batteries.
Well, let's have a survival check from your survival experts, whoever they might be.
I think McGinnis is pretty good at it too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just looking at the map, I could see it be almost faster just to walk in the entry area because it's not that heavily wooded. But
True.
when we get more to the central,
True. Okay. And then we're going to do this. And this will also be humorous.
Hey.
Well, pretty good. Let's see. Hirsick made his. Ulbrin, McGinnis. Then we need this. Oh, Ulfred. Really good, actually. You
Hey, what did
guys,
I?
you guys are walking up into the valley, and there's a lot more foliage than you're used to. And you look over and notice that everybody's doing okay except Tokala, who is covered in cackleburs. And the more he picks them off, the more he spreads them to his upper body. He just walked through a bush multiple times and is covered in burrs.
Really, Tokala?
Uh,
Kittens know how to avoid that stuff.
Damn barbarians.
I'm no kitten. It hurts.
I just gotta hold my hand up with all the fur. Yeah, we learned to avoid that stuff. Come on, here. And I start picking them off with my claws.
Olbrin, you notice that a couple of them got stuck on your wedding gown and seconds later were swept off of it via its permanent prestidigitate.
Yeah, they were. Oh, yeah, they are.
Ooh.
Done gone.
So otherwise, though, it seems like we're all able to walk at decent speed, not
Yeah,
something that would be faster than rafting.
Yeah, the terrain's not bad yet. But also the river is wider here, so the current is slower. You've never tried it. You've never really tried the raft. You know it has a tiny little outboard motor on it that is battery powered. Uses like a charge a day. So one battery in it will run it for, most of a week. And this might be a good spot to just test it out. There's not a lot of call for it here, but there's also, you're not urgently relying on it.
Yeah, that's kind of a good idea. Let's. We spent most of the day kind of doing other stuff anyways, and wouldn't hurt to spend a couple hours just to see if if thing's even feasible. I mean, I've never been on any sort of boat or ship or anything.
I agree. I would like to get out of these bushes. But
Yeah,
perhaps Ulfred and I should take a little bit of time and prepare for the inevitability of us falling into the water.
and you guys will hear like a little twinkle, and the party that knew Eldrin will hear in the back of your head. It's like Eldrin saying like, "Yeah, do it. I always wanted to know how that raft would work. I'm watching, just for now."
Who shall activate the raft? Who has the raft?
I think I do.
Knowledge engineering.
What does it take for clerics to switch out spells?
It's like an
Hour.
hour or something.
I only charge you guys an hour. It's supposed to be like an hour per level, but
Okay.
I like you guys to be more
Wow.
versatile than that.
So touch of the sea for all the things.
Oh, is that?
Or which one was it?
I don't know. We were using air bubble for a while.
Air bubble's
That's
good.
a
You'll
fine
still
one.
sink to the bottom. And
Yeah.
I won't even make your survivalist roll. They just know. Well, yeah, Nomcath, you're pretty widely traveled. You have understood, and Hirsek, you definitely know this. You're from Cheliax, that rivers are more dangerous than they look. There are undercurrents, there are rapids, and there are situations where not only are you in danger of drowning, but you are in danger of being bashed against rocks or pinned underwater or crushed by water pressure, essentially. So it's more than just drowning you're concerned about.
Yeah, if you got something that's more than just keeping us breathing, you might want to use that. It's a lot of water moving there.
I can do a lot of touch of the seas, which gives people swim speeds, but it also only lasts a minute per level.
Touch of the
So
Sea
it's an emergency thing.
is Touch of the Sea is what, 30 foot of swim speed?
Yeah.
Touch of the
And
Swim
plus 8 to swim checks.
Touch of the Sea is an extremely strong swimming spell. If you
Yeah.
get that one on you, you can actually survive in like rapids, serious churning white water.
Yeah, I'll prepare a few of those.
Monkeyfish would be good enough for normal river flow. but whitewater monkeyfish might get overwhelmed.
But like I said, it's only a minute per level, so it's gonna have
Okay.
have to slap it right before an emergency or something.
Yeah,
I
like
can
if I
prepare
could,
those too.
if you're going in rapids, if you're falling over a raft into river rapids, speaking as a Coloradoan, I would rather have touch of the sea than air bubble
Yeah,
because I can hold my breath long enough, but I can't swim against that current.
yeah, you can hold your breath forever. I feel like in Pathfinder too.
You can't. You guys have
Not
decent
metagaming.
cons. Yeah, no, it really is. Your characters can hold their breath an awful long time. So that's a smart thing to carry.
All right, I prepared 3. If Croctaw could do so.
Yeah, as long as I can change mine out as well.
Certainly.
Oh, right.
Okay, cool.
Certainly.
You're not a cleric. That's right.
No, I like the prepared spellcasters. If they're willing to spend the time out of combat and they can be in a safe place, I think they should be able to swap around.
So I can
Appreciate it.
prepare. Let's see.
Also,
prepare
Ulfred,
like 5 if we need them.
Ulfred, you are unable to activate the raft. You take it out and push a button, and you hear ka-ch-ka-ch. Nothing happens.
It's bloody broken.
Here. You concentrate on getting the spells done. I'll see if I can get it going.
I'll prepare 3 of them, and I can get a swim speed with wild shape,
Nice.
so I'm not too worried about myself.
McGinnis and Nomcath take the raft over and set it
Get
on
the
the
battery in upside down.
set it on the beach. Load a fresh battery into it. Make sure you spend that. And they clear out space and activate it. And the rest of you hear this startling, like the clerics just sit down to kneel and meditate, and they immediately jump up and reach for their weapons as they hear this violent hissing sound as the raft inflates itself in just minutes. In moments, it flops and unfolds into this huge apparatus, 12 feet long and 8 feet wide. And these other devices sort of fold and extend along the side and turn into oars. And towards the back, there appears a tiny little propeller that drops down into place at the back of it with a little handle to steer it to form as the rudder. And in a couple of minutes, it just starts rising out of the ground. Looks like bread baking to you guys. It's the only thing you can think of that it reminds you of. But within a couple of minutes, it is a fully assembled raft with 2 oars and a motor at the back. And you have been carrying this for a long time.
Yes, we
You
have.
found
Oh, no.
this forever ago.
Most of the time, it's been in the party wagon. So
Yep.
So, and how wide is the raft? Sorry, is it like 10 feet across?
Yeah, you guys can sit. There's 3 benches on it. You can sit 2 wide. I think you guys deployed it in your dimensional pocket for funsies because you're weirdos.
I think Ulfred and
yes,
I
you
are
did.
the oarsmen.
I was liking the idea of Crocta having an oar on both sides. She's got 4 arms, but yeah, not practical and doesn't actually make any sense.
But that's just for an emergency. I don't care who steers us. Probably.
Nah, I mean, I'll still be flying above probably as a bird. So.
I'm thinking maybe McGinnis. I know his driving skills don't transfer, but I don't know.
I'll give it a shot. I've forded many a stream, driven wagons across many a raging river.
Yeah, I think ride check is the most appropriate vehicle driving skill.
especially on a river, you gotta kind of go with it.
Now, if only we had some sort of map to represent this activity. Oh, looks like we do.
And it's all black.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Awesome.
It's all black for you?
Yeah, I see my token, and that's it.
Yeah, I just see the token too.
I can see everything.
It's a
I
dark
can
vision
also
thing.
see everything.
Hang on.
No, it's
Whoa, see.
nice. I knew you were gonna have a map for this.
Yeah.
Didn't let me down.
Of course. Can everybody see now? I just threw on a light.
Yep. Yep. You know there's
So,
going to be combat in this at some point.
oh yeah, we definitely need this map for that purpose. As it turns out, though, from what Hirsik can tell you, and I assume Hirsik will share with you some knowledge of his experience in the valley, which is that there's no crocodiles or sea monsters or sharks in this river. It's a very safe river as far as rivers go.
They are all scared of the shit that lives in the caves.
And the caves around the perimeter of the valley, he says, are very dangerous. Big spiders.
How many spider-infested caves have you found?
Oh, just the one, but trust me, it only takes one.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
They're
Well,
very big
hopefully these.
and very fast.
Oh, I believe you. We've seen the tracks. We got a pretty good idea of how big they might be.
Well,
Yes.
at least a big heavy spider like that, I doubt's gonna make it out to the water. They would just sink right to the bottom, I would think.
I mean, as big as these things are, they might just walk across the river. I mean, it's not the river, not like the river's super deep around here.
How deep is it?
Here out in the center, the river can range 10 to 15 feet deep at the worst.
Mm.
But the flow is very strong. You wouldn't want to, the risk, Hirsik and McGinnis and Olbrin can all tell you, and Crocodile probably too, the risk of falling into a river like this is that you'll be a mile downstream before you reach the shore. It will carry you so far, so fast, you won't realize it's happening. And to swim against it will exhaust you in moments.
I'm gonna turn into a bird and fly above, just like
Okay.
scouting ahead and
Okay.
kind of keeping an eye out for any type of creatures that I see in the water.
Okay.
Where I come from, the water is green and nothing can live in it. The way things should be.
Bright day glow green, right? Yeah, you're sort of fascinated by this. This is more water than you've ever seen, Tokala, and it's moving faster and just reaching down and putting your hand in it. It has such a force and emotion to it that you've not experienced before.
I'm gonna taste the water.
It tastes pretty good.
It doesn't remind me of a certain fountain.
Yes. Yes. In that it's very forceful. It is blasting you in the face, and it is just cold, but fresh.
Refreshing.
Yep.
I thought that fountain was a miracle, but look at this. Endless clean water.
Yep. It's like this river. A river, basically, to Tokala is a giant space bidet.
I mean, I thought it was a lot of water and torch when we swam beneath, but this is a whole new level.
More
Yeah.
water than a Voudrian bathhouse, you know what I'm saying?
I do not.
You speak of these bathhouses a lot.
Yeah.
I will take you sometime. We will have fun.
All right, well, let's see if we can get a handle on this raft.
Now, Tokala, you hear Hirsik describe a bunch of things that are not in the river, such as crocodiles or sharks. And you wonder what sort of hellscape he's from.
Honestly, I thought Numeria was hard, but where you come from sounds like hell.
More than you know. Or maybe you do know. Anyway, the place I come from works with hell. It's like East Hell.
Hell adjacent?
Yeah.
Yes.
With hell. I like that.
It's gentrified by hell.
Yeah.
Real estate values have gone way up. Ruined the whole neighborhood.
The
Okay.
coolest place to be a devil, though.
Okay, so now that you guys know that I have this map, which means you know that we are not afraid to have a big ugly fight on the water at some point. You cruise up the river, and when McGinnis has got a riding check of 13, that's enough to keep you out in the center in these parts. The flow is not too aggressive here, and the little electric motor just makes a and the boat kind of skims over the top of the water. It bounces up and down in sort of a weird way, and the river has enough of a roll and a flow to it that a strange rhythm sort of emerges of the boat bouncing up, rising up to the top of a small wave, and then slapping down on the other side of it. And those of you who've never been on water before, my hardcore Numerians, you can make fort saves.
Oh boy.
And in this case, we're not so much concerned with the total as the roll. Nomcath, you are holding on to, there's sort of oh shit handles around the edge of this raft everywhere, as if they knew that you would want to cling to them for dear life. And you do. You white knuckle on those handles as they seem very attached to the frame of the boat. Although you realize that the frame of the boat is really just a giant fucking balloon, and that unnerves you a little bit. It also adds to the bouncing effect. Now, Nomcath, you're holding it together pretty well until you look over and see Ulfred and Tokala each turning sort of a strange bluish green in the face, and sort of they look kind of uncomfortable, and they're sort of like looks like they're holding back a belch.
Are you two okay?
I'm fine.
This is unnatural.
The gods have forsaken us.
Get over the side, please. I don't know if we can clean this thing out.
If you throw up on the magic man's cloak. I see it cleans itself.
Yeah, you could totally catch it. Like just hold it out. Just hold it out for us.
I use the cloak to wipe my beard off.
We lost Olbrin, so he's not hearing this.
Yeah, his he texted me and said his computer he's having a little trouble with it, and he's got to pop off for some stuff. So, but I am recording, so we'll upload this for him
Nice.
later.
Stuff with a nurse.
We hope.
Yeah, that sounds like code for stuff with the nurse.
Maybe. I mean, you never know with Josh. When I went up and saw him, he had a really great nursing staff, like male, female, all of them were just super charming, doing a great job taking care of him. So
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. But you guys are going to move up the river valley, and Takala's occasionally thrown up over the side until he doesn't have anything else to throw up. And yeah, the bounce of this thing is just a little unnerving. It doesn't feel right. You thought the wagon felt weird the first time you rode in that, but this is a whole other realm of discombobulation. It sucks.
Okay. After camping for the night, I think we should go back to walking and just save this for when it actually would be faster.
Okay.
To hell with faster. That was unnatural. Slow and steady, I say.
Are we going to set a normal campsite? Are we going to rope trick? What's our plan?
I would like to. Well, I guess it is dangerous. So I was gonna say I'd like to experience this area through the night, but maybe not with the spiders.
I'm okay with a regular camp.
What are we,
Alright.
weenies? Of course we can sleep outside. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, I've never been in a terrain like this, so I would love
Okay.
to stay here.
Okay.
Spiders. Ha! I eat them for breakfast. and sometimes lunch.
No, you usually have bacon.
If we're lucky. Speaking of which, what do we got? It's dinner time.
Beans.
Classic. I need to
You
get something on
guys,
my stomach.
you guys are not so far out on this trip. You're only like a week into this trip. You still have rations from Reginald and Torch.
Yeah, but we also have beans.
True.
Because it's camp, it's gotta have them.
I've got a game that's kind of filling in for my main Sunday game, and intentionally or not, the campaign has a Wild West kind of theme to it. So which, there's all sorts of stuff going on with that. So we maybe think about that, and maybe think about the cowboys and beans
Hell
and
yeah.
such.
Beans.
I will only eat them if we cook them over the fire in the tin can they came in.
That's right.
What's wrong with my pan? It hasn't been washed in weeks, months even.
That's good seasoning.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't wash it, it just adds to the flavor.
Gross. Harrison's memeing on me a little bit because he likes to cook with this cast iron pot that.
You literally are not supposed to wash those, okay? You take a
No.
paper towel,
Yeah.
you wipe it
Yeah,
out, and it
I've-
adds to the flavor.
Yeah, I've ruined it for him multiple times.
No. It was Floyd was the worst, who left it overnight drying after washing it like a regular pan and just had
Ooh.
rust, a
Ooh.
layer of rust.
Jeez. Then you gotta
the
take the
bowl.
steel wool. You
Yep.
gotta. Oh my god, it's a
Rub
huge.
it out. All the seasoning's gone. You
Gone.
scrub off some of the original cast iron. Yeah, it's a mess.
Let's see. We need one of these. It needs to be the right size.
As someone who still does the whole dig a pit and do the coals in the Dutch oven and all that, I totally get it.
Ooh. It adds to the flavor, no matter what anybody says.
Guy Josh and I
I was
used
just
to.
gonna rough it with Alfred Bathhouse style.
No, I threw another bedroll on the map there for you.
Oh, thank
No, that would have been Eldrin you would have roughhoused it with.
you.
Rough housing, huh? Okay.
Did you really still have one there, Croctop? On the brow brew?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Broke
Cole
one out.
boys.
Broke
Yep.
out one of those.
Over there taking non-lethal damage from his drinks.
you have got to let what's his name? Heersick. You've got to let Heersick try it. It is the best beer in Numeria.
Ooh.
Here, yeah, try some. You're sick. And I think I took this with the intention of trying to figure out if I could replicate like the ingredients or whatever as a druid, like grow the grapes.
Here's the flavor of this. It's apparent that this quote unquote beer was made out of some particularly pungent mushroom that is fermented, and it's basically a stinky mushroom beer. It is vile.
Takala looks at you expectantly.
It's great. It's great, isn't it?
I give the most charismatic and
Bluff.
blasé
Bluff check.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Smile and nod, boys. Smile and nod. Ooh,
Oh, he seems to like it.
Dang.
It is delicious.
You are able to just forcibly chug just a bunch of it and just not taste it at all.
One of the best parts of being a mercenary is traveling the world and sampling its many delicacies. And this ranks chiefly among them, my friends.
It's one of those beers where every sip you take, you think, that's gross. I'm not having any more of that. And then a minute later, this strange aftertaste settles into your mouth, and it's kind of a different very different aftertaste from the primary taste, and it's also gross and vile.
Mm.
And you realize the only way to get rid of it is to just keep drinking it.
I have had this before. It's Miller High Life.
High life.
Mm.
I told you. Oh, it's my favorite. It reminds me of my childhood. Tokala starts going off a little bit about how much he loves Yadenve.
Hmm.
You know, they say too much non-lethal as a kid can. Never mind.
Nomcath just kind of nods slowly. He is not touching this beer.
Disgusting beer reminds him of his childhood. That's always a good sign.
May I interest you in some soothe?
Oh no!
Nomcath is now waving you off.
He appears to have
Yeah.
some sort of strange little tin full of bright pink paste. It looks like pink Play-Doh, and he smears it on himself. I'm not sure where, actually. I'll leave that to him.
You know, with Eldrin gone, you don't have much of a supply of that anymore. You might want to hold on to it.
I think I could probably replicate it for him, actually. I offered it before. Seems, it's natural at its base.
If that's true.
Yeah, let me try. And Crocodile will do create drugs spell.
That's an actual spell. Create drugs.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Let me cast it in the. There you go. I mean, it doesn't lift soothe, but that's GM's discretion.
Let's
Anything that
see.
says-
Conjures into being drugs. Yeah. I mean, it lasts one dose of a drug per 3 levels, your ninth, so you get 3 doses. They only last a minute, like you got to use it right away. Basically, he produces a little one hitter
So
of
Crocodile
soothe.
creates 3 little piles of soothe, like holds on to Takala's and then just goes boop, boop, boop. It makes 3 little ones. And it says, you got to use them quick though. They're not going to last long. But yeah, this should be roughly similar to what you have here. You mind if I try one?
Get in on this.
Ugh.
Cool. How should I partake?
You gotta rub it in. Right
It's a
here
he-
on your chest.
It's
the
a healing
chest.
ointment.
It's numbing also. It's a numbing
Oh.
agent. Basically Novocaine.
Okay. Should I, Takala, I don't have any wounds right now. Seems a waste. Can you just quick cut me a little bit here on my arm? And she just holds out her
Oh
arm.
my god.
I don't mean to, how you say, beat a dead horse, but this is really starting to remind me of a Varisian bathhouse.
Oh.
Nomcath would do better at all I've got is this. And he holds up
hurry,
his
we don't have much
chainsaw.
time. It's not gonna last long. Nomcath, can you help me out? If not, I can do it with my
Fine.
spear here if you can.
Fine. He pulls a dagger and just a quick light slash along the arm.
Thanks. And Crocodile will take it and rub it on the arm.
Tokala's gonna rub his on his face. He was only suggesting the chest because it's your first time, you know?
And you are now high from soothe, so you literally can't feel your face.
Right. I'm just gonna roll it.
So it's just like a numbing, like Novocaine thing.
Basically, yeah, the Smilers used to use it to ritually scar themselves, such as removing their lips and parts of their cheeks. That's why they're called Smilers.
Yeah, Takala, it's not bad, but I must say it's a little weak.
You need to make a roll to see if you get addicted.
Plus, take 1d2 wisdom damage.
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And it's
Damn.
it's faintly citrus flavored too, so yeah, eat it.
All right. And what's the roll for addiction? Is that a will save?
I think it's Fort.
Fortitude DC 12.
Yeah.
All right.
You literally can't fail it.
Oh yeah.
Well, you could roll a 1.
He has a plus 12.
Right, but saves can be auto-failed. Skill
Okay.
checks cannot.
Well, Takala, one of these days you got to try.
Eventually, Takala will fuck himself up on Soothe.
I will never roll a 1. I am
Okay.
immune to drugs.
Okay.
If you like this,
Now that he
Takala,
said that,
there's a leaf. There's a leaf that my tribe used to use. Much stronger than this. Similar numbing effect. Also, gives you a little bit of a trip in the head too, not just the body numb here. You'll have to try it someday. Maybe I can find a similar leaf here in this temperate forest. I think you would like.
I'm down for anything. And he sits there and slaps himself repeatedly. I can't feel it.
I wish Crocto was closer to the collar, because then I was gonna say she would go over and slap him with all 4 arms, but I think he would end up killing her. So.
okay. Well, let's see. You guys are going to set some kind of watches at night?
Yep.
Okay. Who will be on these watches?
Usually it's McGinnis and Ulfred in the first watch.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I will take second wash.
I'll take it with you. I usually take the middle one.
Let's see.
And we can let Krokta and Tokala take last watch, since they're being so buddy-buddy now.
So who's on watch about 1 in the morning?
Is that mid-watch?
Yeah. That's the transition.
That's me and the devil guy.
The devil guy. I've heard of him.
So let me guess. Perception check?
Sure.
Ooh, ow.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm too busy watching him.
Can auto fail.
Yeah, you do get your 17. Basically, I'm having you roll. You definitely auto hear this sound. It's very distant to the northwest. Nope, that ain't it. I don't think I have a good.
The arc rifle.
I don't think I have a good boom, unfortunately. There is a rush of air through the trees and a weird rumble followed by a strange crackle, and then after a couple seconds an actual sort of pop that's not unlike a thunderclap from distant northwest. You think probably miles away.
So, given the experience with the explosive we've had, does it feel like an explosion from something similar?
Knowledge engineering.
Oh, horrible.
Oh, I have ranks in this. Oh, I rolled well.
You did. Nomcath, you are still analyzing the sound. Hirsik, it sounds like someone used an incredibly potent technical explosion, like TNT, C4, but it was on a scale. It was at such a range that you shouldn't have heard it and you shouldn't have felt it, but it was on such a scale of magnitude, like 100 pipe bombs somehow set off at the same instant.
Did I feel any shockwave from that, or was it just
Yeah, you felt it in the ground, distantly, very minorly.
That is no lightning, my friend.
No, I don't think it is.
But I do not, like I said, I do not know enough about this technology to say for sure. But that was a lot of force expelled all at once, somewhere not too far
Yeah.
from here.
No, it was pretty far from here. It was pretty far, but we
Yeah.
shouldn't have been able to feel it like that.
A lot of force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Direction-wise, I assume that's coming in along the same general lines that we are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was. Let's see. You guys are camped roughly where Krokta's token is, and let's see.
About
This
how big are these? I was gonna say, about how big are these hexes? Like about a mile across, or?
you can measure them. One of these hexes is about 500 feet.
Oh, okay. So it's actually a pretty narrow valley overall.
Yes,
All right.
this part is. And you think that the sound came from. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong color, bud. Let me get a nice red. Your strange explosion, the shockwave came from the northwest. So clearly up in the valley somewhere.
Spiders are up to some shit, man.
Yeah, they are. Fucking spiders.
Fuck is.
Actually, I need to change the scale. It's not
Lord, I
actually
forgot
big
about
enough. There we go. It's going to refresh.
Yeah, that makes it bigger than now. Each hex is about 1,500 feet.
Yeah, I tripled it. They were supposed to be
Yeah.
bigger. But you're right.
Fog
Still
of War
fairly
is-
narrow. It's like 1 mile across at the entrance.
Is Fog of War supposed to be?
It is.
Just questioning.
The Fog of War is intense on this map. Basically, this is my way of keeping track of where you guys have been and are in the Scar. I know you have the overall map of the whole thing, and you can look at that
Yeah.
at will. If you want to see the whole terrain, you guys can do that anytime you like, because Krokta's got that.
Cool.
And you're at the southeastern River Valley entrance there.
Do we think, based on the direction that we saw the explosion, like where we felt it, how far away it was, that we could like pinpoint a general area on the Scar of the Spider map that it might have originated from?
Possibly. I'm going to clear this drawing, this garbage drawing I did, and make you a circle. Let's see, because you had a good perception check and a good knowledge engineering. So you think I'm going to draw this circle, and you're only going to see the edge of it on the main map. Okay. And then I scoot you guys up. Boop. And that's not going to do it. I'm just going to scoot you guys up so you can see this real quick. Bop. There. In that red circle somewhere is the explosion. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Okay.
not even that much further into like where the river widens and becomes a larger serpentine body of water, like that, somewhere in those first two chunks of water.
And Hearsec, you know from experience that there is a spider cave in this region.
Okay.
So you are confident that there is spiders over here.
By the way, if this is the start of a new day.
Morning comes. You guys are fully refreshed. Let me click rest on Olbrin so he gets his stuff back.
I cast hashtag super blessed.
Hell yeah. Hashtag super blessed. We need to, now that you're an ally here, Sick, you actually can benefit from the incredible buff spell that is super bless.
Oh,
I've put it on your sheet. It is a double effectiveness bless spell that lasts hour per level.
I feel so #blessed.
And you notice that that in order to do this, the entire party sits down as if they're at church. They all sit down facing Ulfred, who pulls out a strange old book from his backpack and reads what sounds like slam poetry about killing your enemy and seeing him driven before you, hearing the lamentation of his women. And at the end of it, everyone is sort of nodding together with their eyes shut and like humming, and they're like really into this shit. And at the end of it, Ulfred casts a spell and everyone gets super blessed. And they all fucking jump up and high five and flex and punch the air and, karate kick nothing.
Yeah, we're totally not fanatics or anything.
This has just become the morning routine now because he's he's high enough level that it lasts all fucking day. So they're never without it.
Fuck yeah. Now this is more like a Kardashian bathhouse. If you've been to a lot of bathhouses, you know the difference between. It will go. It'll be a thing.
What's a Cardassian?
Sorry,
You don't want to know. You don't want to.
Are those in this universe?
Yeah, Kratav's wait a sec. I've heard of Cardassians before.
We put a big old light
That's
down
right.
here so this part. There we go.
So, apparently there was some sort of big explosion last night. Somewhere's along the river. We'll be heading straight for it later today, or maybe early this morning. It's hard to tell exactly where it happened.
I also should give you a fair warning, friends. We are approaching the place where I run away from the spiders. It will be due north of us very soon.
Well, we should check that out. At least take a closer look.
Okay, but only because I have such capable and valiant friends with me. This is a what is a pants shitting situation.
We've been in a few of those.
Oh, good. Nothing to worry about then.
I even died once.
Oh shit!
Haven't we literally had cases where we've crapped ourselves?
Have we? Is that canon?
I feel like that's happened.
Is that canon?
To Takala at least once in the past.
Is that not why?
Oh, you're right. I forgot.
I seem to recall me having a little accident.
Oh, your GM is such a piece of shit. I can't believe I did that. First, I crit you for all your health, and then I made up some bullshit clause
you had me roll a fortitude save, which I failed.
Bullshit clause that if you take all your hit points at once, you shit your pants. That was not in the books anywhere, and not a thing.
It's canon.
It's canon now. I did that. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, not my proudest moment, but not yours either. So we're in that together. Okay.
So, yeah, I say we cross the river and head north.
Well, the good news is here's something that the raft does. As long as you have, 5 or 10 minutes to get the raft set up and 5 or 10 minutes to tear it down, it makes crossing the river trivial. Like we don't have to make a bunch of swim checks and see if you drown.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
If you've ever been in a campaign where you had to do that a lot, and boy, I have, I'm glad to skip it. Literally,
Think
McGinnis
so?
cannot roll low enough on a ride check to fail to cross the river, so you're in good hands.
There's a reason why I put the 1 point into into swim skill.
Yeah. Well, McGinnis has an 11 ride check, so even if he rolls a 1, he can handle the river at non-rapid levels. So easy mode, cushy campaign. So you guys head a little bit this way. You want to veer closer to the northern wall of the valley.
Yep.
Okay. Croctaw, you're scouting. Give me a perception and a stealth. The stealth being your attempt to appear as a normal bird. And give me a knowledge nature check. Perception looks good. Stealth looks good. Well, you find as soon as you guys veer into this area, you find some examples of local predation. You find a boar that was killed months ago, but it is still wrapped in dried, crusty, crackling webbing. And it's been completely exsanguinated, and its body cavity is completely empty of organs. It's essentially just a skeleton with some dried skin and old remnants of webbing around it. But it was completely mummified by webs at one point.
Sorry, how long has it been dead? Can I tell?
It's been dead more than a month, and it was a large wild boar, like 150, 180 pounder.
Oh, and the webbing is spider-like
Oh, yeah.
webbing.
I
Hmm.
think this is just maybe I got confused by a piece of art. I just wanted to are the spiders that I saw / the spiders are they organic things?
Correct. The spiders, I've been allowing this confusion to happen, but the spiders that Hirsik has seen are in fact giant 8-legged insect, web spitting, blood sucking, too many eyes to count spiders that live in the woods. And they're big. They're like the size of a wagon or a big kitchen table. They're big. But the party, when they discuss giant bugs or giant spiders or whatever, are talking about something else entirely. And Hirsik
Yeah,
may
so
not have savvied that yet.
Okay.
yeah, so I guess Crocodile will go back to the. Well, actually, before going back to the group, do I see any signs of like recent footprints around this? I know it's like been a month there, but is there any other activity in this area of people moving around? I guess like the
Mm,
survival.
woodland creature life is light. Squirrels, chipmunks, things like that are very light in this area. For what you understand of a forest like this, there should be more small creatures, and there's not that many. As far as tracking, Croctaw, you savvy what a spider is, and your knowledge nature check
Right.
identifies the webbing. And you realize that these spiders would most likely move through the tree canopy because it does get thicker the closer you get to the valley wall. They're sort of sparse on the river, so they're not on the map, but they are thicker closer to the valley wall. And these creatures don't really leave tracks. They have 8 legs, so they disperse their weight better than bipeds do, and their feet tend to grip onto things with just a light touch, so they don't tend to leave tracks unless they're dragging a body.
Okay. Yeah, so Crocodile will go back to the group and say, up a ways, there's a body of a boar maybe a month ago, and it seems like maybe a giant spider ate it. But I thought, guys, didn't we say the spiders were technological beasts, right? Just like a.
Yeah, we didn't see any evidence of webbing on the two, like at the fortress or the
No,
camp attack.
no webbing.
Not true. Have you seen any other technology in Numeria that could create an organic compound? This looked very natural to me, the web.
Oh man, I'm no Morgana, so I don't really know,
Yeah.
or Eldrin for that matter.
Okay, when we have been discussing spiders before, you guys have been talking about mechanical spiders, not
Yeah, like huge.
Robots.
not complete perversions of nature, make you shit your pants, run away.
Oh no, these things are huge. I mean, you know,
Like how big?
well, I'll put it just this way: the tracks they were leaving behind, and he kind of shapes his hands together to show a pretty freaking big circle.
Hmm. Oh, so
What
like
did we estimate? Like 10 feet long or something like that?
Yeah,
that's
Bigger.
something like that. Yeah,
So
you think that just a regular old nature spider is gonna knock down those walls in Curatown?
No, but a fucking huge one might. So tell me, because now you've seen the tracks of what I can only assume, since there's all this webbing, this looks like what I experienced. You've
oh no,
seen all of
yeah.
this. Are these spiders the same size as the tech spiders? Or are we talking
I
about.
couldn't see no tracks, just a creature, a boar wrapped in webbing, which boar is still pretty big, so I've never encountered a spider that large, even on Kasatha. Um, is that normal in this area? Have you guys ever seen? And I know you here, Sith, but I didn't imagine an arachnid that large would be possible even
What did
to
you.
wrap a boar.
And I don't mean. But what did you think I meant when I said fucking huge
A
spiders?
robot.
Yeah.
See, okay, so this is the confusion. Do the robot spiders did they ever make webs? With
I mean, we've
Don't
only
think so.
encountered two places that, uh, actually, technically, we kind of encountered three places. You know, if we count the that big fight in Scrap Wall, but I think the one, that one, was small compared to the ones the tracks. I mean,
but only big mechanical spider, no webs.
no,
No. Oh,
some sort of energy weapon maybe. There was scorch marks, but that's about it. Scorch marks. Horse got skewered. Yeah, these things were huge. In the camp we came across, there was a horse that was skewered from the top. So
May-
these things are like huge, like
mm,
unbelievably huge.
yes.
Maybe the spiders you've seen here, Sikar, like the androids, a combination of machine and animal.
Yes, this is what I was thinking, that maybe these technological spiders have gained the ability to spin webs through technological advancement instead of organic adaptation, like you say, Toby Maguire.
Wow.
Toby Maguire, actually, I've heard of him, and
Wow.
his came out organically through him. You're thinking more of a traditional Peter Parker who
Like
used canisters.
Fuck, am I thinking of Andrew? Got my head explodes.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield.
You're putting some weird shit in my cannon, Harrison.
Toby Maguire's actually they fucked it up and made it come out of his wrist. Just
it's all
gotta
that. It's all that soothe wearing off.
say. No,
Well,
but trust me, I've been wanting to talk about Spider-Man this whole time.
Oh my
so
God,
I'm glad someone
no!
did it.
Yes.
Here's the thing I see about it though is from the camp with the mercenaries and at Curatown, there's been obvious evidence that people were captured. Alive or dead, it doesn't matter. There were no bodies. Bodies were taken away for the most part. I mean, yeah, there were the ones inside, but nowhere's near for the number of people who left. If they were using webbing to if the mechanical spiders were using webbing to capture people, there would have been evidence of that left behind.
Yeah, it wasn't natural. Whatever attacked Curatown definitely wasn't these guys. So apparently, this valley has big ass real natural spiders.
I don't know. So that's, and by now we've lost the tracks to the other ones.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe if we make enough noise, they'll find us.
could be.
You guys are good at making noise.
Let's start a fire.
Wow.
I do not
All
like
right.
that.
First forest he's ever been to in his life.
I mean, that's what you do with this much
You
wood. It does unlimited fire.
Oh,
You don't have to scrimp and scavenge for the nightly bonfires. It's all right here.
mhm.
I love fire more than the next guy, but I think uh, this plan, I would rather have the jump on these spiders.
I really
Well, did-
feel burning down all the plant life around here would really improve things. It would just make it feel like home.
More like a desert, right? Yeah.
Right.
I think this place is in danger of a massive fire, anyways, if we don't burn out some of this underbrush.
I think we're losing sight. I mean, these aren't the spiders we're looking for.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Why? I mean, they're just natural predators. We don't need to mess with them, right?
Yeah. I don't feel like I need to go prove anything just by killing something because they're big and scary. If they're not
Yeah.
bothering us, I mean,
Agreed. Let's find the robots.
we're from the little tracks that we found before. Were the robot spiders coming this direction in general, or do you have any idea whatsoever?
No, Krakta explored kind of this direction through the trees and was looking for the large spider tracks. Didn't see any.
Well, I'm talking
and
about when we left Curatown.
those tracks are tough to follow. Those critters are so big, they leave big
Yeah.
obvious tracks, but that also means they walk
Cover
right
a
up a
lot of
cliff. They cover amazing distances. They walk right through the river like it's not there. And so
But were they heading?
they were heading
in this
northwest.
direction? Okay, so
They
we're
were-
still in theory on their trail.
You're still in theory on their trail. If you want to search the ground in this area, you can. Krakta's already kind of scouted ahead, but if you want to look in this specific area,
because we were kind of going off of our new friend's word.
And who would have guessed we were talking about different giant spiders? What kind of world we live in?
I'm not speaking bad about you. I understand a
No.
mistake was made. I wasn't paying attention because I didn't think we needed to.
No, this is what I'm saying. No one could have guessed this mistake. There are two versions of giant spiders in our lives right now. This is two more than I ever expected.
If they're anything like the one that we encountered, it's actually more like a giant scorpion
Oh, this calms me.
with a big laser tail.
yeah,
Makes your pistol look small.
yeah. McGinnis is here. We could use another survival check, I think. Nomcath rolled poop.
Yeah,
I can't help.
because he's frustrated that he's been.
Okay.
Oh,
Krakta too. Very good. There it is. Look at how many fucking trackers are in this party. Nothing's getting away. 11s and 12s, all of you. Okay. The party kind of fans out and tries to reacquire targets / assess the area. And with 4 of you being experts, you're able to put together a scene. Krakta, you find that there are some evidence of large biological spiders' movements through the trees. You can see several places where they like to sit and wait to ambush. You can see that they sort of web up areas up in the trees, sort of make themselves little hammocks that they settle down into and makes them very difficult to see from below. And those of you on the ground tracking find evidence of, unfortunately, some bipedal creatures with boots, normal height, 5 to 6 feet tall. You find tracks of a trio of them. You find a place where they camped, and they never left this camp. The fire burned down until it ran out of fuel one morning, and you find well-hidden campsite. They chose a good spot that was difficult to see from far off. You find that their bedrolls are still extended, and their rations are basically being eaten by the local wildlife. They camped here and then disappeared.
I like the other
Yes.
camp.
The spiders did?
No, he's saying we found a camp of 3 people,
Oh, sorry.
but the people are gone.
Yep. And in this case, there are no giant robot spider footprints nearby.
So
And-
there's
and-
others around.
no evidence of these people being eaten by giant spiders.
No blood,
Tracks.
no blood trail.
No webbing around anywhere.
They are within 500 to 600 feet of several of what we're going to call little spider deer stands where they sit in and wait for prey.
Hey guys, I have an idea. If you can just give me a second, I might be able to check the area, get in tune with the surroundings a bit. Just watch my back while I do this.
Okay.
And Crocodile will just kind of sit down, touch the ground, and try to commune with nature. So in the 9-mile radius around her, just wants to ask.
Billy Bob. Yes, we're in spider deliverance. You see a spider across the river playing banjo.
Squeal like a pig.
Wow.
Jeez. So just like in the communing with nature, I want to ask nature if there's any robotic scorpions walking around. I don't know if I can do that. But
You gain facts about the ground, terrain, plants, minerals, bodies of water, people, general animal populations, presence of woodland creatures, presence of powerful unnatural creatures, or even the general state of the natural setting.
okay. Yeah, so I want to see if any of those scorpions have been in the 9-mile radius around us or people recently.
Okay. So you just sit down here and talk to the trees for a bit?
Yeah, or just like feel the earth and talk to the air.
Okay.
Whatever.
Knock on the sky.
And
See how it
also any
sounds, man.
interesting minerals too, since I get 3 questions. I'll just ask
Your
about minerals.
3 facts that nature gives you. Nature tells you, since you ask, in this immediate area, nature's like, no robots, man. And then you're like, okay, but what is here? And nature is like, fake people and sick spiders, man. Sick. Like barf. Blech. Sick. Bro.
Why does it feel like nature's playing a little hard to get? Just a little bit.
Nature's high on soothe. But that's what you get. That there are no robots in this immediate area right now. And there are fake people and sick spiders. And Dave's not here, man.
Okay. Let's say seems like there's maybe this party we saw might have been androids, not regular humanoids.
How can you
dude.
tell?
That's a great mental image. Just rubbing every other tree.
Yeah.
I have an awesome spell we gotta use with you rubbing soothe on trees eventually. I'm just gonna put it in the chat.
Oh my god.
So we gotta awaken a tree.
Oh no.
So that you can rub soothe
And
all
then
over
get it high. Hell yeah.
Huh.
But it would take me 24 hours to awaken it, but totally worth it.
Okay.
Get it addicted to soothe and then refuse
And then
to
leave.
Then refuse to give
Of,
it any.
of course you have that spell. Wow.
We'll name
So
it Tiger.
you want
We'll name
the
it Tiger after my first cat. Unrelated.
yeah.
But, so it's gonna be Tiger Wood.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh no! Don't get too awakened, tree. Go back to sleep.
I honestly thought that's what you were going for there.
Yeah.
Is that-
Yeah.
No, I mean, I never got my cat high. That's not canon.
So now that we've
Yes, I just tell the party, yeah, fake people and 6 spiders.
sick.
But 6, sorry. Yeah, nature had something kind of weird going on the way they were talking to me, but yeah, they said sick, not 6. They seemed honestly, I think Takala, your soothe might be working on nature. Just saying.
I am one with nature, and nature is one with me.
Oh no.
Be careful. You find yourself butt naked in a grove covered in soothe with a Parisian bathhouse attendant doing weird stuff to you.
Hmm.
Unrelated.
You need new experiences. I think that's what.
No, you need to
conclusion-
come with me to a bathhouse. That's what needs to happen.
The conclusion I'm coming to is that you haven't experienced enough of life.
I go to a major city to kill someone. The first thing I do is find the bathhouse.
Here's sec. Is a bathhouse. What's the key components you need there? Right, people and steam.
Yeah, lots of steam.
I can make steam, and we got people. So
Oh,
kill someone, and then we'll make our own bathhouse here. You and Tokala can see what it's like.
Oh yeah. I'm picturing Tokala and Hirsek go to the bathhouse. Maybe bring along Chug.
they say the steam is smoothing, but it's really to obscure the view. Nobody wants to see it.
Yeah, I'm sure Chug would just love that steam.
Hell yeah. He's waterproof.
So, do we want to hunt down these androids and kill them too? Fake people? I mean, I'm not a big fan.
Wait, oh, I want to ask a question. Are you the type of adventuring party that like how you say, helps
Bathhouse?
people in need? Yes, bathhouse. Yeah, well, yes. Eventually, yes, but that like helps people in need, because we don't know if these people in this encampment, they could have been taken by the organic spider. I don't know. Maybe you guys want to do something about that. People
Well,
die
they're
every
fake people here, Sick. I don't know about the rest of the party here, but for me personally, they're fake people. I don't really
Oh.
care.
I mean,
They're not
if they're
natural.
androids, really.
Oh,
It's more along the lines of I'm probably not going to go out of my way to help them.
I would like to help them. They may be followers of Cassandra Lee and I don't know why, but I feel a connection to her.
Okay, Takala just gets, kind of a jaw-dropping look. I thought you hated robot stuff.
Yeah, but androids, they're not really the same. I've come around.
They are sentient beings. They have a right to exist. Besides, if they're in need, we should do what's needed to help.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna make a fuss if you guys want to do it. I'm just saying I wouldn't have gone out of my way. So
Yeah, same.
See, Tokala can't be racist because he has that one android friend.
Mm, I spoke up for her. I defended
did.
her.
You did.
And now I am
You-
defending 3 other strangers.
You used to give Morgana shit all the time. Now look at you. She'd be so proud of you.
That's what we call a character arc, guys.
That's right. Growth, motherfuckers. You don't just get +1 to hit when you level up. You grow. Okay, so what are we doing? I will probably have to kill you next time, but
well, I mean,
Karakta thinks you're close to the den of these creatures, or you're at least in their hunting grounds.
Do we want to look in the den and see if Takala's
check.
friends got kidnapped?
we can check. I mean, but I'd think there'd be signs of a fight here if they were captured by the spiders, right?
no, well, we're talking about things that 10-foot tall things that leave pinprint footprints that can climb on trees and spin webs and carry that.
Yeah.
I mean, I
But the
don't
bedrolls
know.
are practically undisturbed. There's no, I mean, yeah, the spiders aren't going to leave much tracks, but unless all three of them were pounced on at the exact same time and paralyzed immediately, there would be, scuff marks around the bedrolls and attempts to get away and that sort of stuff. And
Yeah,
it's
I
just,
got the sense they just left for a little bit.
yeah.
I mean, would a spider even want to eat a fake person?
Maybe
There's
the
nothing there
spider.
for them to eat.
Maybe the spiders are stupid. They don't know.
Spiders are smarter than you think. They can
We
sense
can
if something's
check.
alive. You don't see a spider trying to eat a rock.
Also, Frodo went missing, and Sam did not know until he woke up. That's all I'm saying.
We're already
Is that a
here. We
friend
can
of
check.
yours?
Yes, my head explodes. Sorry, I'll stop inserting fourth wall breaking jokes.
Oh no, it's fine. It just suggests that Hirsek has read a book, which is still pretty alien to Tokala.
Witchcraft.
He's not gonna believe you. Yeah, you're just telling stories again.
My favorite book by T.F.F. Droken.
I think it would be fun to look inside the spider cave. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how useful it will be, but it should be fun.
We can check.
I am already crowning a shit in my pants, but with my new friends, I will do it.
Okay.
Like I said, we can check.
Who's gonna go check? The whole party? A scout? What's the plan?
I'll go.
I think Ulfred and I have got this. Come on, buddy. Quiet as a mouse.
Can I turn into my approximation of a giant spider?
Sure.
With wild shape?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Crocodile will say, I can scout ahead like this and just turn into like a giant spider.
The rest of the party witnesses a terrifying abomination as Croctaw changes from a cute little bird momentarily back into a lovely Kasatho, whose appearance you're getting used to. You've grown to appreciate her. And then she just starts growing limbs out and her body swells up and eyes spread out the top of her head. And within moments, she is changed into a giant, terrifying spider.
Yeah.
With no idea if it looks anything like the spiders we're gonna see.
I already
yeah.
shit my pants though, so I mean, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, does it look similar to the ones you ran from?
Yes. My pants say so.
Awesome.
Okay. And you're going to scout ahead like this?
Is that okay with everyone else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Stealth and perception. I love a good scout. So delicious. Well, that's not super sneaky, and that's not super perceptive.
But I'm a spider, you know?
Give me also a survival and a knowledge nature, please. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna climb along
That's
the
very
ceiling
good.
of the cave. Because I'm a spider, I'm gonna
When you get up in the trees, since as a spider you have a climb speed, you find it much easier to find evidence of their passing. You really actually see paths through the boughs of the trees where a big enough spider routinely goes the same way, and it's sort of cleared the branches. So to you now it's like, oh, now I get it. Now I see the spider paths through the trees very clearly. And they lead over towards a cliff nearby with a large enough cave on the ground. There's a lot of caves like this, but this one actually looks deep enough and big enough that the spiders might like to make a den there. And you see several of the spider paths converge on this location. But with your perceptive druidic eye, you spot a strange reddish lichen growing in the darkened parts of the cave opening, and realize that you are looking on a dangerous mold infestation in this cave. Dangerous to the extent that probably no biological life could exist in that cave and not be killed or corrupted by this infection.
she'll come shambling back as a spider.
The party
and
will
just,
restrain their urge to destroy you.
and just hold up and no, and like
Oh.
wave her arms like in a human.
No, that's
manner.
still scary. Just change back.
No, I can't. I can only do this so many times. It's
Oh.
gonna stay
No,
like this for now.
I'm a spider for weeks now. Sorry.
No, I mean I
Nice
just gotta
cozy
rest. But...
blanket.
So yeah, this is a waste of time. This is a bunch of mold. We're gonna die if we try to go in there.
I think
It's
we
just,
have. I think we have spells that could help with something like that.
It was very dangerous mold. I mean, yeah, probably are some spells, but
You say
gotta be
something-
careful. That's all I'm saying.
You say something about an air bubble?
Yeah, I think I can do that. Let me see.
I don't know if that would protect us from everything. I mean that mold that did the Vegapygmies things didn't care about being breathed in.
Yeah, this mold looked very dangerous. Not great. Bright red.
You noticed
color
that
to it.
there was reduced vegetation around the cave. There were no woodland creatures. There was just this strange reddish tinge around the rocks and the last couple of trees before the entrance to the cave. But you've seen something similar before. This stuff just spreads and spreads until everything there is dead. It's very, very bad.
Mm.
So I don't know. I mean,
Yes.
does air bubble probably doesn't protect us just from breathing? It might not only be affecting things through breath. Maybe just even touching it would hurt us.
Air bubble would prevent you from breathing it in. So actually, that would do a lot of good. You think?
Okay.
Crocodile may not understand germ theory, but you understand that the mold puts itself into the air in the area. So
Okay.
if you smell it, you are being affected by it. And the air bubble spell would prevent you from smelling it.
Ironically, Hirsek is going off of miasma theory and just happens to be correct about air bubble. It's the smell that kills you. It's the bad smell that kills you.
Okay.
So yeah, I can prepare some air bubbles. They don't last that long. It's only about 10 minutes. I could perhaps make it last twice that long if we needed extra time, expending a little more energy. I have, what was it? Extend spell. I can do that. So if we wanted more time, I could do 18-minute air bubbles for each of us.
Well, I mean,
Maybe not each of us, but for a lot of us.
maybe we should stick with just scouting it for now, because that'd be spending a lot of power for a very short period of time.
Yeah, okay.
If we do just one person going in, doing a quick stealthy look to see if it's even worth spending that kind of power on,
Yeah, I'll do it, and that's fine. I can go check it out. So Crocta will put an air bubble on herself, and before she leaves, just tell the group if I get in trouble, you'll hear from me. I'll send a message your way.
Okay. Let's do that little scouting trip, and then we'll pause for the week.
Okay.
So you have air bubble on. Do you have anything else you want to buff up with?
Just a giant spider.
Giant spider
that
look.
That could be like my aquatic ape buff, I guess.
Sure. Same size, so it provides the same stats.
Cool.
Okay. So you approach the cave.
I think that's it. And I'll be climbing on the ceiling of the cave. Trying to be like not in the, obvious silhouette of the opening.
The doorway to the cave is lit, but you do see a lot of webbing across various areas. Though while in spider form, you're not really very affected by it. You don't tend to stick to it. How will you see in the cave?
I will do echolocation. See I'll do that. So let me.
I think Do you get the vision of creatures you change into? I think you do, don't you? You should.
I didn't. I'm not sure.
We'll look it up. But for now, you are a spider, so you can see in the dark. Okay, I'm just going to turn on your torch so
Okay.
you have some light.
And if not, if we find out that, I'll just have you use the echolocation.
If
as
not,
well.
I think we're going to give it to you because I want you. I mean, if you turn into a bird, you can fly. So I think if you turn into Ulfred, you can see in the dark, you know?
Oh,
Yep. You come into this cave, and here in the dark, you see webbing everywhere, and you see the corpse because at first it alarms you, but it is laying on its back with all of its legs in sort of a praying position. But you see the corpse of the hugest spider you've ever seen. It dwarfs your, you're in large form right now. And it is dead. It looks like it even fell off of the ceiling and died in the center, and every one of its joints there is sort of a strange, crusty, multi-layered, bright red growth coming out of all of its joints, between all of its armor plates, its legs, its body, its mouth, its butthole. Everything is oozing this red oozing growth. And it looks very similar to the mold, which is growing everywhere in here. Looks like this thing died of this infection. You can make me a new perception check in here. Okay. Well, then you will be surprised as two huge, similarly huge spiders move around the rocks from the corners of the room towards you. They also have a strange red pus leaking out of all of their joints and between all of their armor plates and dripping down their mandibles, crying out of the corners of their two primary eyes. And then their dozens of other smaller eyes all have a little red, crusty stuff around them. And they make no sound and just sort of creep towards you. You see them and they see you, and we will roll initiative next week.
All right.
Yee.
cool.
Very cool.
Ta-da.
Good time, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Thanks for sitting in again, Harrison.
Yes. Thank you guys for having me. Awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
McGinnis, I still don't
Thanks,
hear you
guys.
talking. Oh, there you are. Good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have you
I'll,
backstab us.
What? This will never happen.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks.
homework.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for your roles, McGinnis. I know you're really, really busy, so I appreciate you sitting in.
yeah, just click a button every once in a while.
I mean, it helped. You're a
The
good
roll for
tracker.
30
You're a good
sessions,
perceiver. Yep.
I'm just like a fly on the wall for those. Which is fine. It's great. I love it.
Well, also, if we take you away, they're going to have a boating accident now. So
Oh, actually, I have a total ride skill of 6, so I have
Okay,
a decent chance.
okay. There's
you go.
there's a chance you won't dump Tokala and Ulfred into the deepest part of the river.
Oh, we're going to die if we go overboard.
Yep.
All right, guys. See you next week.
All right.
Sounds good,
Later.
buddy.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.